So just left from seeing Elvis movie with Austin Butler and Tom Hanks. Amazing movie. Probably one of the best biopic movies I've seen since Rhapsody. I just thought the acting and everything about this movie, from the set design, the script, now, and even I love, like, I'm young. I really don't know a lot about Elvis because I'm under 60 years old. But I really loved how they showed the rebellious side of him. And like growing up, I thought Elvis basically just ripped off black people. But the thing that I really loved about the movie, how they detailed in how it was an instance in the movie where it showed how poor Elvis was once his father got into trouble and his mother, they basically had to move to the black neighborhood. So once he came in that black neighborhood, they were extremely poor, but they taught him how to dance. They taught him that swag that he kind of carried on to once he became famous. And then once he became famous, the thing that I liked about the movie that they implemented, they showed that he always kind of was for black people, and he always said, "No, like King, like R&B, everything I get is derived from black people." That's what a lot of the interviews that he was saying. He goes, "I would never just say." He goes, "This is where I got my swag from. Was from black folks." And throughout the movie, you would see implements of BB King, Little Richard. Now, the only knock I have about that is that the main person that he basically emulated was James Brown. They didn't have any inkling of James Brown in that movie, which that was the only negative I will say about the upbringing of him. Like he took all of James Brown's swag. But Austin Butler, oh my God, like this dude killed it. Tom Hanks, I mean, come on. He's already fucking goat. But his deviance of the manager who basically made Elvis famous, you just saw the diabolical nature of what greed can do. It also kind of reminded me of how Elvis was like, quote unquote, if you guys remember back in the day when Prince was marked slave from like the record label, it's like everything that he did was, it was like it was implements of all ones. He was like a slave to his manager, like he was a slave to that residency in Vegas. That a lot of stuff they touched on like his drug addictions, his problem with women, his marriage. And the knock I would have, it was like the movie was almost 3 hours long, but it could have been, they could have knocked off a little bit of it. Like it didn't have to be 3 hours. They could have knocked off maybe like 20 minutes. It just, the fluidity of the movies just kind of sometimes doesn't flow. But when you get movies like this, it's hard to keep a lot of people interested in it for like when it's almost 3 hours. Like Respect kind of did this. Rap City have like a decline. But all in all, amazing movie. Like if you guys love Elvis, if you love Austin, if you love Tom, go see this movie.